Tell me something about you, please.
Okay, I have a TV show on in the UK with the BBC, and before that, my father was a chef. My mother did the wine in the restaurant, and I was in the RAF. I was a Royal Air Force pilot, and I decided that I was a lover, not a fighter. So I left, and then took up the same things my parents loved. So my father taught me to cook a little bit. My mother was already an expert of wine, and I thought, hell, I'll study this. So I went to University of Bordeaux, studied winemaking, and the rest is history. But it's not just wine. I love beer, I love tequila, I love ron, I love all these things. They're all exciting things. And what's wonderful about this industry is it levels everyone. You know, you can be with a prince and a taxi driver, they drink the same wines, you know? So I like the fact that there's no social class in eating and drinking, it's just what you love.
Yeah, is England the perfect place for tasting everything?
Yeah, we have everything, right? We even now are starting to make good wine, okay? We make really good sparkling wine now, it's champagne quality, you know? But what's great about England is it's a crossroads for different cultures, foods. It's always changing. London is so cool, you know? 1 minute it's Nordic cuisine from Scandinavia, next it's Peru, then it's sushi, and then it's always changing. And I think London for me is, as you can see, is the world's most exciting food city, right?
How you select the wines for today?
So we went through wines which had already won gold medals at this competition called the International Wine and Spirit Competition, which has been running for 30 years now. And it was really a thing of choosing wines which were mature, which won golds before, and seeing how they are now, 7 or 8 years later. And just tasting them and thinking, what would I eat with this? What would make this interesting? What would change the flavor of the wine in a good way? So we sat in a hotel room yesterday, drinking. Went, shit, okay, supermarket time, okay. And then we went, and then it was done really emotional, short, all decided in the last 24 hours.
And it's interesting. Pairing, it's not exact. No. And it can be by contrast, and it can be by...
Yeah, I agree. I call it either the cathartic match, where you have flavor and then cleanse, flavor and then cleanse, or you have the surfer match, where you ride the waves. You have lobster with rich wine, that's like surfing, or you have lobster with sharp wine, that's like cleansing. It's like you either go into the wave or you surf the wave, and that's the way I see it.
And the pairings are at any cost, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that people are a little bit, maybe a little bit closed-minded to things that can actually work. You must always think more about the herb and vegetable elements. I think that people, for example, in England, we're very, very fond of our Asian spicy food, like Indian food. People say, what goes with lamb? So it doesn't matter what goes with lamb, it's what goes with spicy tomatoes that counts, right? It doesn't matter whether it's chicken, lamb, fish. The match is the same because the flavor's in the sauce.
If you have to choose two pairings that...
they're amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Okay, something like a really maritime, fresh Sauvignon Blanc, like let's say from Litoral or Lobol or Casablanca or something like that, with goat's cheese, fresh goat's cheese. Lovely. The other one, I just love the taste of tomatoes and olives and all those things with the dry sherry, dry fortified sherry.
Like the one we have today,
it's
right?
Amazing. You know what? That makes the best Bloody Mary. You put a little cap in it brings the flavor of tomatoes alive.
Yeah, well, it was too much things going on at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Yeah. You know, if you drink a younger sherry, it's less complex, less intense, but it has enough of that nuance just to. It just sets the tongue on fire. It's all umami and savory, and it's nice. I like that.
Have you been in Latin America so far?
A little bit. Been to Chile a couple of times to judge wine competitions. I mean to go to Peru and Uruguay. I haven't been before, and hopefully going on a trip to Buenos Aires soon. And Patagonia, that has to wait. but I'd love to go to Peru soon.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Congratulations for everything.
Thanks.
Hope to see you again.
It was my pleasure.